Hey ladies, welcome to Stop Spinning in Your Anxiety and Start Healing Today 3-day workshop. I am so excited for you guys to be here today. I'm like pumped for today. I am so happy that you guys joined and welcome to this 3-day workshop. My hope is that over these next 3 days that you will actually get yourself into motion. Okay. So what I find with all of my mom clients, right, and throughout all of my programs is that the hardest part for moms who are dealing with lots of anxiety, lots of scary thoughts, right, lots of overwhelm is that they have a hard time even beginning anything, right? So my hope is that you are able to go through this 3-day workshop with me and that you are motivated, that you're excited, that this is going to be fun for you as opposed to terrifying, right? Hey Maria, hey everybody on the replay. If you are watching this on the replay, #replay, so that I know that you're watching, I'm just gonna pull up the video on my computer so that I can see your comments. Hi, Michelle. Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. I was like, oh my God, wait, what is today? Monday, right? Let me just pull this up for you guys so that I can see the comments. Okay. All right. So let's get started. So when I will try to make this as short as possible, and then we will do a quick Q&A at the end for you guys, so that if you have any questions or you want to talk about your breakthroughs from today, I want to hear all about it. So before we get started, where are you guys in this? Where are you? Hi, Abby. How are you feeling? Let me know what your level of anxiety is right now on the scale of 1 to 10. Like, how anxious are you? Are you overwhelmed? Are you burnt out? Are you exhausted? Are you dealing with scary, intrusive thoughts? Are you just dealing with like complete burnout, right? Doing everything by yourself. Type in the comments where you're at right now. I know that all of my moms that come to all these different workshops, everybody is kind of going through the same thing, but on all different levels. So I just want to get a better idea of what you guys are dealing with. And I also want to know, number one, so leave me a 1 if you're struggling even getting started with your healing journey. Like, let's say you know that you have some level of anxiety and scary thoughts, and you know that you're dealing with complete overwhelm and burnout, but you can't bring yourself to get help, right? Can't bring yourself to even look up how to help. You can't even bring yourself to surmise how this is going to happen. So give me a number 1 if you have that. Number 2, another part is you already started getting help, right? You started implementing some tools and techniques, but you can't seem to either get them to work or stay consistent with them. And you're kind of struggling with staying motivated and actually starting to see those results. So where are you, a 1 or are you a 2? So for me, I normally stayed in the stage of 1 for a long time. And then a lot of my clients, when they come work with me, they're in stage 2, which is they started working on certain things and they can't stay consistent with it. Good. Okay. 2. Awesome. Scary thoughts. Thanks, Maria. Michelle, what about you? Abby, what about you? Where are you at? I want to know because that will help me better serve you guys. So what ends up happening is that at whatever stage you're in, whether you're 1 or 2, so you definitely have intrusive thoughts. Okay, you're in therapy. That's awesome. Okay, you have medication. That's awesome. These are great tools, guys. Whatever you're doing, number 1, you should be so proud of yourself that you have even taken even the smallest step. Because what happens with anxiety is that we just spin, right? We spin in our thoughts, we spin in our feelings, we spin at night, we spin during the day. It's just exhausting, right? And it's like this intense procrastination, right? And it could be procrastination from calling a therapist and actually getting help, or calling a psychiatrist and getting on medication, or calling a coach and, starting a program, right? It could just be just that initial call could take you months, right? To even build up that motivation and energy to actually start doing those things. So you should be really proud of yourself. And then the next step is, right, once you start doing those things, right, then it's a matter of continuing to do those things, right? So I have some clients who either were in therapy and therapy was terrible for them, right? And they decided to do coaching. or you're in therapy and they're giving you stuff to do at home and you're not doing it, right? Or you feel like you started a meditation technique or something like that and you've implemented it for like 3 days and it's not working, right? Does everybody kind of resonate with what I'm saying right now, where it's kind of hard to stay in that consistency, right? Stay motivated when you're really not seeing any results, and it's extremely frustrating, right? And I'm assuming that you guys are here because you aren't seeing the results that you're looking for. And that happens more often than not. It's happened to me quite a number of times, and we stay stuck in this procrastination. So what I love about what I do is that I work on a subconscious level. So let me just give you a little bit of background on why I do that and why it's so important that you guys do this as well. And I really want to let you know that a lot of this is not mainstream, and that's why you may not be receiving some of this, help or techniques or skills or tools in therapy, because this is still kind of new. In the therapy world, right? Outside of the therapy world, in terms of coaching, it's blown up amazingly. So why we work on a subconscious level is because from the ages of 0 and 7, our brains have been programmed, okay? Everything from 0 to 7, that means in the womb, preconception, everything. We are just downloading information, right? We are feeling what our moms feel, think what our moms think, right? So we're actually experiencing their emotions. And then once we're out of the womb, we have mirror neurons. So that's how, when you smile at your baby and your baby smiles back, they're absorbing what's called mirror neurons. So they're learning about the world, about you, about how to be in the world. And that's what happened to us. And so as we've gone through these 7 years of our first part of life, we have just learned about the world and ourselves through everybody else, right? So imagine it's kind of like you just recorded a tape, right? And just put it in your brain. So you've absorbed everybody's negative or positive beliefs about themselves and about the world, how to be in the world, how to have a personality, how to have characteristics, right? How to act in the world, like if you want to be polite or not polite, or you're angry or sad or anxious or things like that, you've learned in the first 7 years of life. Now what happens is this program runs 98% of your life all the time, right? So imagine it's like, when you're driving in a car and all of a sudden you end up at your destination and you're like, how the heck did I get here, right? You're like, what the hell? I don't remember how I got here. Well, what happened was while you were driving, you started thinking consciously about something, right? So your focus was on this something, okay? This is also your willpower, but you're focused on something. So what happens is your subconscious brain takes over and it drives the car, okay? It also does millions and billions of other things, right? So when your brain is focused on something 2% of the time, the other 98% is running. So I'll give you an example. If you are like, I do this sometimes. If you make cereal or whatever, and you have a cereal box and milk, and somehow you put the milk in the cabinet and you put the cereal box in the refrigerator or something silly like that, you're like, oh, how did I do that? It's because your conscious brain was preoccupied and your subconscious just started taking over and doing things for you. Okay, so why this is important is that if you have learned that things take a lot of time, that it's hard to heal, it's hard to take steps, that you are possibly a bad person, right? That you are not worthy or deserving of love and affection, you're not smart, you're not good enough. All of these things cause you to stay stuck. Is everybody following? If you're following, give me a 1. If you're a little lost, give me a 2. So I will wait for you guys. Yes, preach, Abby. Love that. Love that. So all of this is really important when it comes to anxiety, because we have been basically programmed to run on a high level of anxiety. So it could be that in your life at some points, maybe your parents had a mental illness, were anxious themselves or depressed themselves. It could be that they were alcoholics. Maybe they were verbally abusive to you. Maybe they're physically abusive. Maybe they were just like had OCD or something like that. So a lot of times what we've learned and how we've developed anxiety, the root cause is actually stems from 0 to 7, right? And we've actually absorbed everybody else's shit. So it's actually not always your stuff, which is amazing because you can change it, right? So you can totally change what you've learned, right? We've learned to live in fear. We've learned to be afraid of the future, of how things will pan out, or we've learned to constantly wait for the shoe to drop, right? That something terrible is going to happen to us. We've actually been programmed to be on this level that things will not work out for us. Programmed to see all the negative situations that are going to happen in the beginning. So if you're like me, what happens to me is when I take on a new project or I think about something, my brain automatically goes to, or at least used to go to, all of the negative things that could possibly happen, right? Give me a like if you see that in your brain. If that happens to you, no matter what it is, you all of a sudden surmise every bad thing that could possibly happen, right? It's just like boom, 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 boom. And all of which probably 99% would never happen, but that's how you view it, right? And then you might stay up at night, and it might be as simple as you want to go to the store and buy a shirt, but then you're like, okay, well, what color shirt am I going to wear? How much is it going to cost? How long is it going to take me to get to the store? It's probably going to take me a long time. Is it even worth it? Are we going to bring the kids? Da, da, da. All those things, right? It becomes exhausting. Totally get that from my parents. Okay, so one good thing is we're not going to blame our parents because they actually had no conscious decisions, right? They didn't know that they were doing this. So we can't blame them. We have to be kind of neutral with that, but absolutely, I got all that stuff from my parents as well, my nannies, my teachers, my friends, all that stuff. So what we want to do is just kind of look at it as neutral, as that this is totally fixable for us. But what we need to do is change the programming, change what we've learned, right? Because if let's say you want to lose weight, right? And you go to the gym for like 5 days, you eat healthy for 5 days. And what you're doing is you're using your conscious brain, which is your willpower, and you're forcing yourself to go to the gym. You're forcing yourself to eat healthy. You're forcing yourself to go to therapy, forcing yourself to go get some medication, forcing yourself to get through the day. And that's exhausting. It's totally exhausting, right? You're depleted. So what happens is, because your conscious brain is only 2 to 5% of your life that you're using, eventually the 98% takes over and it's like, forget this. This is too hard. I'm too exhausted. It's safer and more enjoyable for me not to work out and not to eat healthy. So you stop doing it. All right. So what we want to do is we want to actually program your brain so that in this case scenario, it automatically tells you exercise is fun, eating healthy is good, we're going to feel really good. And in your case, we're going to program your brain that healing your anxiety is going to be fun. Healing your anxiety is going to be joyful, right? It's not going to take a lot of time. It's going to be easy. You're going to be safe and secure. And what we're trying to do is program your brain so that it runs on the mode of safety, right? And security and feeling good and feeling peaceful and calm. All right. It's totally possible. Now, once you reprogram this 98%, what then happens is every step that you take becomes easier, right? It becomes more enjoyable. It's not hard because you're not using 2 to 5% of your brain. The 98% is just doing it for you, like on autopilot, right? So it will tell you, what we're doing is creating new neural pathways in your brain that will say, oh, I got to do this exercise today because it makes me feel good. I feel safe. It makes me feel excited, right? It makes me feel safe. Does everybody follow what I'm saying? If you do, give me a 1. I just want to make sure I'm not losing anyone here. I know I'm trying to get a lot in a small amount of time, so just want to make sure you guys are following. All right, so without further ado, since I've been talking for 15 minutes, let's actually do a really fun and easy exercise. So when you think about healing from your anxiety, healing your scary thoughts, what comes up for you? What are all the negative things that come up? And you can type in the chat as I talk. What are these negative things and thought processes that come up? I'll give you an example for me. When I had postpartum depression, anxiety, and OCD, I was actually in pain thinking about actually telling a therapist my thoughts, actually admitting that I probably had to go to therapy or see a coach, right? I couldn't bring myself to tell my family, right? Because of the pain of possibly being judged and ridiculed, right? That extreme, excruciating pain that I would feel if somebody knew I didn't have it together, if somebody knew that I didn't love motherhood, if somebody knew that I wasn't, doing it all with happiness and joy, right? So there was so much pain and suffering associated with me starting to get help, right? And then it was like, well, now I got to learn the tools. Oh God, this is going to take forever. And it's going to be daunting and exhausting, okay? So for me, I'm sure that you guys are all kind of in the same boat, that it actually feels more painful to go get help and do the work than it does to stay stuck. Right? That's why we procrastinate. That's why everyone procrastinates on anything, whatever it is, because the pain of actually doing something and possibly failing, or it not going right, or taking a lot of time and it being hard, right, is too much for us to handle. So we actually rather stay stuck in our pain and sit there and tell ourselves, we should be doing something. Why aren't we doing something? We should be this. We should do that. We should do this. And we sit there and tell ourselves, and then we make ourselves feel even worse about ourselves because we're not doing anything. Does anybody else go through this? Anybody else? Hearts, likes, anything. Tell me if you guys go through this. And it may not just be with motherhood. It may be with projects. It may be with things, books that you want to read, podcasts you want to listen to. It could be literally anything. So who else goes through this? This is why we get stuck. All right, this is why this workshop is called Stop Spinning in Your Anxiety, because what happens is it just becomes this vicious darn cycle. So if everybody can kind of attest to the pain, now we're going to do an exercise where we are going to train our brain to tell us that actually we will be more pleasurable, right? We will have more pleasure if we heal, right? If we take the steps to heal, right? So our brains only work one way. It's towards pleasure or away from pain. So we basically have to, over the next 3 days, is say, we are in so much pain right now that this is our driving force, right? That this being in this spot is more painful than if we were to take steps towards getting pleasure, right? Does that make sense? Yes? Okay. So what I want you to do, this technique is an NLP technique. It's called neurolinguistic programming. So basically what we're doing is reprogramming our brain while we're on this workshop right now. Okay, so I want you can leave your eyes open or you can close them, it doesn't matter. But I want you to open up your hands like this, okay? And you kind of want to keep them, I don't know if you can see me, about, at your elbow, out in front of you, okay? Now, I don't know which hand you want to choose, but you can choose your left or your right, doesn't matter. In one hand, I want you to put your future healing, right? Why you want to heal, okay? So imagine that there's this you healed right here, right? And you might see a person, right, yourself healed in some way, like feeling really calm, really peaceful, really enjoyable. Now I want you to put your hand here and think about what's keeping you from getting here, okay? So just think about that for a second. Okay, so everything that whenever we have an inner turmoil, right? The stuck, the spinning, the procrastination. So I want you to kind of think of this hand as your procrastination, right? Your anxiety spinning constantly, right? And what we actually want, our healing, right? Feeling safe and secure and happy and joyful, right? So we have this inner conflict, right? So when we have this inner conflict, the easiest way to get rid of it is to realize that they both have a positive intent, all right? So why do you want to heal? Think about all the reasons why you want to heal. Just look at that hand and why are all the reasons you want to heal? Why is it important that you heal and feel better? Okay, is it going to give you happiness? Is it going to give you joy? Is it going to give you love? Is it going to give you self-confidence? What is it going to do for you if you heal? How are you going to feel? Is it going to bring you better connection to your family? Is it going to be a better connection to your kids? Are you going to feel peaceful? Are you going to feel safe? Are you going to feel secure? Yeah, right? Okay, now I want you to look at the other hand and think about your procrastination, right? And I want you to ask it, what's its intention, right? Why procrastinate? What does that do for you? Like, why are you procrastinating? Or why are you spinning? Okay, and I want you to focus. There's going to be a lot of negative stuff that come up to your brain, but I want you to focus on all the positives of procrastination. Okay, a part of you is trying to keep you really safe. If you stay where you are right now, you're safe, right? There's going to be no pain. There's no suffering, right? So actually, it's safer, it's more secure, right? You have freedom of time, of energy, right? It's actually probably going to be more fun, right? If you procrastinate, because then you won't actually have to take the time to do anything, right? You'll have more time for your family, more time for your friends. Okay, as you're talking about this, I want you to notice if your hands are coming closer together. Okay, right? If you stay in procrastination and you don't heal, right? You don't heal. You actually have more time to do things that you love, right? You'll have more happiness because you won't spend that time doing something else, all right? So as you might see this, mine are already happening. As your hands get closer together, what you're realizing is that staying stuck has a positive intent, right? And healing also has a positive intent as well. So both parts of you are trying to keep yourself safe, right? Freedom of time, freedom of energy. Both sides are trying to keep you safe and secure. Both sides are trying to have you have more connection to your family, more connection to your friends, more connection to yourself, more peace, more happiness, more joy, right? I want you to see if your hands are coming together. Okay, if your hands are coming together, that is a good sign. If your hands are not coming together, that's okay. We just still have to ask that side of procrastination. What else is your positive intent? What are you trying to do for me? Staying stuck and spinning in your anxiety actually has a positive intent, right? It's trying to keep you from feeling pain. It's trying to keep you it's trying to keep you feeling joyful and happy and excited about life, right? Because what we really think sometimes is that taking steps is going to be painful. So the procrastination is actually bringing us closer and closer to happiness, right? Because we feel happy when we don't have to do some work. And then on this side, on the flip side, healing is actually going to bring you joy as well, right? It's going to bring you happiness. It's going to bring you freedom. It's going to bring you connection to your family. It's going to bring connection to your kids, okay? So hopefully, as I'm talking, please let me know if your hands came together like mine or if they're still apart. So if you can take a second and just find out and let me know if your hands came together or they stayed apart. And then I will explain why we just did this. So just type in the chat and let me know what happened. Okay, so what we're doing right now is we're actually integrating both sides of us, okay? So remember how I said that when we're stuck spinning and procrastination, right, we tell ourselves we're not good apart. Okay, Maria, good, Abby, awesome, okay? And then keep telling yourself the positive intent of both sides, both of you. So typically, Maria, you're gonna have to focus on the positive intent of spinning, right? Why is that positive? Just look directly at your hand. What is the positive intent of procrastination, right? It's keeping you from pain, right? Why is it important that you stay away from pain? So you can feel pleasure, right? Why is it important that you feel pleasure? So that you can feel happy, right? Why is it important that you feel happy? Like, what is happiness going to do for you? It's going to bring you more joy, right? What is joy going to bring you? More freedom, right? Freedom of choice, freedom of security and safety. Okay, so focus on all the positive intentions of spinning your anxiety, spinning in your procrastination. It all has positive intent. It might be that you want to have more fun in your life. So not doing work is allowing you to have more fun. It could be that you want freedom of time, right? A lot of people want freedom of time or more energy, right? And if we are focused on doing work to help ourselves heal, we might not have that time and energy, right? So the procrastination is actually helping us in a way. It's actually having this positive intent. It's trying to keep us safe and secure from feeling pain. It wants us to feel pleasure. It wants us to be happy. It wants us to feel good. It wants us to have love. It wants us to feel gratitude and joy and connection. And we want family time. So keep focusing on that, and then focus on the positive intent of healing. So as you focus on the fact that both of these things are helping you, right? Both parts of you, the part that you don't like, that's stuck spinning, that's procrastinating, is actually really helping you on some level. And the part that wants you to heal is really helping you on another level, right? So they're both helpful. They both have positive intents. They both want the same thing for you. What keeps us stuck is that we think that something's wrong with us, right? That we're broken if we are procrastinating, right? If we're spinning in our anxiety, we think that something is wrong with us, right? But there is a part of us that is trying to keep us safe. A part of us that has been programmed that procrastination actually keeps us safe. Spinning in our anxiety keeps us safe, right? And there's another part of us that wants to heal, that wants to feel good, that wants to stay motivated and take action, right? So that we can feel more pleasure, feel happiness, feel safer, right? So they both are helping you. Both sides are helping you. Both are looking for you to embody your highest values. So today what we're talking about, what we're getting to, is that we're actually trying to elicit our highest values. And tomorrow we're going to go deeper into this. But I just want you to get the full effect right now that you can actually energetically and subconsciously integrate all sides of you, that there's no good or bad side of you, right? All sides, all beliefs, all anxieties and fears and phobias all have positive intentions, right? Even our scary thoughts have positive intentions to keep our children safe, to keep us safe. That's why they're there. So this exercise is to actually see both sides of you come together and to notice that there's a positive intent that all of you, your whole mind, your whole body, your subconscious, your conscious brain, your heart, your soul, your authentic self, all want the same thing for you. They all want happiness, freedom, safety, security, connection, peace, joy, right? They all want these things. So Maria, did your hands come together? Abby, this is going to be huge. If everybody on the replay, if your hands came together, it is going to drastically change your life. If they did not come together, that is okay. I will help you bring them together. And I do suggest you do this exercise again, but I would like you to just leave in the comments if they did not come together. What is so life-changing about this? Why did we do this? Look, I'm coming to the top of my time. Why do we do this? Why is this important? Okay. It is so very important because what is keeping us spinning is this idea that we are safer in pain. We are safer feeling fear. We are safer feeling anxiety. We are safer here, right? But the truth is, we're not really safe here, right? We don't really want to be stuck in this spot, right? Where you are right now. You don't want to be here. You want to be on this side. You want to be healed. You want to be safe and secure in a healthy way, right? So this is weighing us down. This is causing the procrastination. So all you have to realize is that both sides of us, or yourself, need to come together to realize that they have common interest, right? They both want to help you. So once you can realize that there's a positive intent to your spinning, to your scary thoughts, to you feeling anxious all the time or scared, right? Then you can realize that like, oh, well, this side also has a positive intent and this side has a positive intent, and they actually are the same. So what we're doing is called a self-concept model, all right? And it's basically telling your brain that it's okay for you to take steps to heal. Okay, now I want you, before we go here, to just hold your hands out one more time. And I want you to think about healing from anxiety. I want you to just think about healing from anxiety. And I want you to see if your hands come together or not. And it's okay if they don't. I just want to know either way. I just want you to think about healing from anxiety. That's it. Just think about it. Did anybody's hands come together? Type in the chat if they did or they didn't. Just think about healing from anxiety, feeling really good, feeling really safe, feeling really secure, and see if your hands came together. I'm just going to wait a moment. I need some water. Okay, so what does this do for us? How does this create new patterns in our brain? How does it do that? Right? It's like magic. It's like magic. Somebody's giving a like, okay? This is good. Again, it's okay if your hands did not come together. We just have to do the exercise again. And we have to be more specific. If your hands did come together, you're already going to start seeing a pretty massive result. This exercise is important because it will actually train your brain and tell your brain that it is safe to get support. It is safe to tell people how you feel. It is safe to take steps to heal. It is safe for you to take more steps. It's safe for you to invest in your mental health. It's safe for you to invest the time, right? And energy and money to do that, right? And why is it safe, right? Because it's going to actually be easy. It's not going to take a lot of time because we just integrated both sides of you. So you just took years of programming that it's not safe for you to heal. It's safer to be stuck. And just blew it right out the window. We just blew it away. We're just like, it's actually safer for us to go towards pleasure than it is to stay where we are stuck in pain. So what does this do for us? It tells our subconscious brain, whoa, breakthrough. We're going to take steps. We're actually going to do something. Right? We're going to find something that works for us, and then we're going to continue to do it. We're going to stay committed to ourselves because we actually want to feel more joyful, more happy. We want to feel more peace. We want to feel more safe and secure. And right here where we are is not that. So hello, brain, let's start taking steps. Now, what's really cool about this is it's not going to be hard. It's not going to be hard because I took this willpower, right? That's exhausting and it's so hard and it's such a struggle. And we said, we don't need willpower. We're just going to take 98% of our brain, which is huge, right? Think about that. You have now been working on 2 to 5%, and that's your exhaustion. That's your overwhelm. That's your anxiety. That's why you can't move forward. That's why you're still stuck in the same spot as last year, as last month, as 2 days ago, whatever, because you're working so hard. It's taking so much effort. Well, we just took that out. Your brain is going to do all the work for you. And what's really cool about this is once your brain does all the work for you, it becomes fun. It becomes enjoyable. You actually feel more motivated, right? You're actually like, damn, I found something that effing works. And it's fun and it's easy and it doesn't take a lot of time. Oh shit, I'm going to take another step and I'm going to take another one because those results feel really good. I feel amazing. I feel awesome. And I'm going to take another step and another step and another step. And what's really awesome about that is then the universe starts to respond and the law of attraction starts to come into play. Boom. Synchronicities start happening. Things show up, the right tools, the right people, the right therapist, the right coach. Everything just starts, you start becoming a magnet because we've done the work that took 10 minutes to do, that people can't do in a lifetime. So today, your only homework is to try this for something else. All right? So I want this to be fun for you. So I want you to think of something that you haven't been able to do. Let's say like a goal that, besides healing, I want it to be fun, like a goal, something that you had. I have a lot of moms who want to read some certain books, want to go to a certain class, want to start a certain program, maybe want to lose weight or go to the gym or whatever it is. And want you to think of your goal. So just think about it. All right. And then I want you to think about the goal already being accomplished. Why is that important? What is it going to do for you? What is it going to bring? Right? And then I want you to think of why you haven't reached the goal. And I always put procrastination here and spinning and anxiety because that's really what everybody does. You procrastinate to get to your goals. So ask the procrastination, what is it? It's positive intent. It might tell you negative intense in the beginning, but I want you to flip it over and be like, okay, well, staying stuck, right? It's safer. Why is it safer? Why does it feel safer, right? Or is it going to avoid pain, being a failure, right? A lot of us are trying to avoid failure, right? And the reason being is because we want to feel good. We want to be happy. We want to be joyful. So I want you to do that same exercise. And I just want you to see if your hands come together. Okay. And that is your goal, is you're going to keep going until you realize that two parts of you, okay, have the same intent. All sides of you are good. All sides of you are neutral. They want wonderful things for you. They want your highest values. And I really want you to do this. You could do this with more than one, but just stick with one and see how you feel. And I want you to embody the experience as you're doing this. And you could do this again for this exercise if your hands did not come together. Really, as your hands come together, see how you feel, knowing that all parts of you want you to feel joy, happiness, safety, love, connection, gratitude, right? Passion, excitement for life. All sides of you want that. This little exercise in 12 to 24 hours is going to change your life. You're going to see. It's going to be amazing. You're going to start doing things that you didn't think were even freaking possible. Okay, so after we did that, does anybody need some clarification? What were your biggest breakthroughs for today? What did you learn that you didn't know before? Type in the chat. Especially you guys on the replay. Do you have any questions? What did you learn today? What was your biggest breakthrough? How do you feel? Do you feel a little bit different? Did you feel a little bit of a shift? What's going on? Abby, Maria, tell me how you feel. Terrified that nothing will work and I never would feel. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, good. Abby, your hands came together. Maria, what about you? Type in the chat, please, so I know how this exercise worked for you. Did everybody understand the exercise? If you did, give me a 1. Did everybody get something out of it? If you did, give me a 1. Sorry, I'm trying to check the comments on both sides. Yes, maybe. Yay! That's awesome. Okay, Abby, and what are you going to try this exercise on? What goal have you not been able to achieve, or you've been stuck in procrastination? That's great, Maria. What goal are you going to try this exercise on? I'm just curious. It's really fun when you start doing it for all your goals, big or small, all your hopes, all your dreams, all your wishes. It's absolutely incredible. I can't tell you how much this simple little exercise has changed my life. It has got me out of every single thing. Abby, don't think too much about your goal. You could do multiple. It only takes 10 minutes, not even 5 minutes. You could, when you get really good at it, it'll take like 2 minutes. Boom, your hands will come right together. You could do this for anything. It could be you want to wake up every morning and take a shower. It doesn't have to be anything like serious. Goal stopping intrusive thoughts. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect goal, Michelle. Awesome. This is great. Yeah, don't think too much about the exercise that you're going to do. Just think of something small. And it could be an intrusive thoughts. Do you guys want me to do that one with you? Since we have, I mean, I'm way over time. It's up to you guys. Do you guys still have time? You want to try that one? Yeah, okay. Okay. So everyone's like, yes, we need this. Okay. Let me think for a second. Feeling calm to be alone. Okay, these are good things. That's a good goal, right? Intrusive thoughts are really terrible. All right, so let's think for a second. All right, so we want to think our goal. When you set your goals, you want to think about the positive, right? So I'll give you an example. If you want to stop smoking, right, you want to think smoke free, right? Or healthy lungs. You want to always focus on the positive. And we'll do some of this exercises tomorrow, where you're going to get really clear on the actual language that you should be using when you set a goal, right? Or have a wish or desire or an intention. There's specific language that needs to be used. And it always, when you're training your brain, needs to be focused on the positive, right? The positive aspect of something. So, you want to say, I don't want to have anxiety, right? But that's not the goal. The goal is actually to feel what, right? To feel, let's say for me, safe and secure, peaceful, right? So you have to focus on actually how you want to feel. A lot of people don't know how they want to feel, and we'll go through that tomorrow. Okay, so let's think about your goal is going to be to stop intrusive thoughts. So you will want what instead? What do you want? Thoughts of safety, security, positive thoughts. Think of something that resonates with your brain. It doesn't necessarily have to be what I just said. So think of the positive aspect of that. What does that mean? You want calming thoughts, thoughts of gratitude, love, whatever. Think about that in this hand, okay? Excuse me. And think about why you haven't been able to get thoughts of calm and peace, right? What is sort of standing in your way? What is blocking you? What's standing in your way? What's blocking you from stopping the intrusive thoughts? And you could just say, spinning in your anxiety. Okay, scare the shit out of me. I know. Thoughts that don't scare the shit out of you. I like that. So you want to say, Abby, you want to say thoughts of safety and security. That's what you want. Okay, so then you want to think about spinning in your scary thoughts. Okay, scary thoughts. Spinning in your scary thoughts, right? So let's take it for a second. Okay. So positive intent, right, of your goal of calm and peaceful thoughts. Okay. Having calm and peaceful thoughts is going to do what for you? It's going to make you feel calm, peaceful, right? Safe, secure. And feeling that way is going to do what? It's going to give you a sense of freedom, right? Happiness. It's going to give you so much joy, right? It's going to bring you connection to yourself, right? Not feeling scared, reword that. What is the opposite of feeling scared? Feeling safe, feeling secure, feeling peace. Okay, reword what you say to yourself. And we're going to go through this tomorrow. Right? Okay, so that's your positive intent. Okay, what is the positive intent of staying in the scary thoughts? This one's hard. Procrastinating, right? Not taking steps to change your scary thoughts, right? What is the positive intent? Okay, I'll give you an example. Telling someone about your scary thoughts could be painful, right? It could be scary to tell someone about your scary thoughts, right? It's trying to avoid you being in pain, right? Getting rid of the scary thoughts, right? Not taking the steps to get rid of them is doing what for you? It's keeping you safe from judgment and ridicule, right? It's actually, in a sense, scary thoughts are actually keeping you and your baby safe. And I don't know if you guys took my Transform Your Thoughts workbook and mini course, but just know that those scary thoughts, that's your innate ability. That's your God-given, or whatever Darwinism is, to keep your kids safe and to keep you safe. That's actually what scary thoughts are. Okay, so the positive intent of keeping you stuck, right? Spinning in your scary thoughts is what? It's keeping you and your family safe. And keeping you safe from judgment, ridicule, right, is going to do what? It's going to bring you what? You can tell yourself what it's going to bring you. What does it do for you? It gives you more joy, right? Happiness, peace. Okay? Keeping yourself safe, not telling somebody else about what your thoughts are, right? It's key, right? Okay. So focus on the values that staying stuck in your scary thoughts is actually helping you in a weird way. It's keeping you peaceful. It's keeping you having freedom, right? Right? Freedom of choice, not to tell anybody, right? Freedom of time and energy, okay? It's keeping you, keep saying it, it's keeping you safe in a way. It's keeping you secure. Okay? Keep going. Keep going. Keep telling yourself what you need to hear. There's a positive intent to your scary thoughts, whether you like it or not. It's there. So what is it? Keeping the spinning is keeping you from what? Right? Maybe not going to therapy is freeing up your time. I don't know. Giving you more time to have fun. Maybe it's giving you financial freedom. I have no idea. But tell yourself what you need to hear. So for me, my hands are already together. Keep going. Because at some level, whatever these scary thoughts and spinning in them, the anxiety is doing for you, it's giving you some high level value, such as joy, such as happiness, such as passion, such as safety, security, connection, calm. I don't know. What is it doing for you? Is not being on medication making you feel freer? I don't know. Is not being in therapy giving you freedom of time? I'm not sure. Keep going. If anybody's hands came together, let me know. If you guys are still stuck, also let me know that. And if all this is doing for you is giving you a sense of peace, for some of you, that's going to be your highest level of value. Also, freedom. Freedom. Some of you are going to want to feel free, where you don't feel trapped, right? So for some reason, some of you might feel trapped, but it's giving you a sense of freedom. Staying stuck in your scary thoughts. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. Okay, guys, I need to know whether your hands came together or not. Thoughts? Abby, Michelle, Maria. Hey, Monique. Miss Shawnita. Miss you, girl. Whose hands came together? And whose did not? Geez, we are going so long. I'm going to have to break this up into different sized videos. I'm having way too much fun. Wish I could see you guys. Hello. Good. Didn't come together, but I have a pooping baby. You're so funny. Your hands came together. Yes. Yes, Maria. Apart. Okay, Abby, you're apart. Michelle, you have a pooping baby. That's okay. I'm at work. My classroom's just listening. Okay. So, Abby, you're apart. All right, let's focus one more time. Let me help you here. Okay. Let me just connect into you for a second. Okay. So you're spinning in your scary thoughts. What is their positive intent? Okay. The scary thoughts, positive intent is number one, to keep you and your baby safe. That is the purpose of it. That is 100% of moms get scary thoughts, and that is the intent, to keep your baby safe and to keep you safe. Even though it doesn't feel like that, that's what they're there for. Okay, why is it important to keep you and your baby safe? Why is that important? It's important for you guys to be together, right? For happiness, health, joy, gratitude, love, right? Peace, enjoyment of life. Keep going. Why is it important for you to have you and your baby safe? Why is that important? It's going to give you freedom to do things, going to bring a stronger connection to you and your baby. What is it doing for you? Right? And if that's not helping, then we'll start again. And then we'll talk about just spinning in your anxiety, right? So maybe you're afraid to get help, right? So maybe you don't want to talk to anybody about your thoughts, right? You don't want to admit that they're there or take the steps to heal, because then you have to see it, right? So it's keeping you safe again, right? So even just that spinning is keeping you safe. It's keeping you secure, right? You don't want to be judged or ridiculed or have to see those vivid thoughts. So it's keeping you safe. Now, why is it important that you stay safe, right? Or what is that staying safe and secure going to do for you? It's going to bring you peace, right? And what is feeling peaceful going to do for you? It's going to help you feel happy, right? And joyful, right? What else? What is feeling safe going to do for you? What is feeling happiness and joy and security? What does that do for you? It allows you freedom of time, energy. What does it do for you? Why is that important? Because on some level, your brain is telling you that you need to stay here because this is safe. I know that sounds insane, but it's the truth. Sorry, I'm looking at all of the comments. Yay! Woohoo! They came together. Awesome, awesome, awesome. See, you found it. You did it. Okay. So everything that you're going through, the struggle that you feel for everything in your life, there's a positive intent to the struggle that you have. This was so cool. Good. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I thought it was so cool too. I was like, this is amazing. So that's why I want your homework to be do something fun, like a goal that you want to, I don't know what it is. You want to buy a new shirt, you want to get a massage, I don't know, some silly wish or goal that you've been putting off. Feels like the energy moving your hands. Absolutely. And that's exactly what it is. That's where I work. Okay. And my membership program that I have, my monthly membership program, my one-on-one coaching, everything, we work with energy because it's real. It's real. Your subconscious brain and your energy is a huge part of your healing. It's a huge reason that you stay stuck. Everybody stays stuck, and they can't move forward. And we're going to talk about it over the next 3 days so that you guys can get a real hands-on experience on why what I do is so important. Why what I do actually freaking works, right? And it happens so fast. Like my clients see the fastest results, and they see it, some of them 12 weeks, and they're like a brand new person. So understand that I know it sounds silly, but you just felt the connection. You just felt everything kind of just like, oh, okay, we got this, right? And you can probably feel like your little goosebumps, like, oh my God, we're actually doing something. We're making some freaking progress, So this stuff really works. So I am so excited to be over the next 3 days with you guys. I'm glad we did this exercise. If you guys are on the replay, #replay, let me know about your hands, if they came together. Sorry I went so long. I just love what I do. I love helping you guys. Biggest breakthrough that you had today, write it below. Biggest thing that you learned today, write it below. Also, I want to remind you, share this with your mom friends. Share it on social media. At the end of the 3 days, I'm going to be giving out a $50 cash or a gift card to wherever you want. Share it. Go on my mom page, either on Instagram or on Facebook, hit the share button, just tag me in the post and I will put you in. You'll get, every time you share it, you get, I think it's like 3 entries in to win $50, okay? Let me know if your hands came together for the goal. Just type it in the comments below, or let me know tomorrow on this new goal that you guys are doing if your hands came together. Then I'll give you another entry. Share it with your friends, please. I can't do this by myself. I want to get what I know out to the world. It's so very important. Moms need to be healing on the highest level possible. They need the highest support humanly possible. So please share. I can't do this all by myself. I need moms to heal. I need them to become the best versions of themselves so we can change generations to come. Okay. Realize my scary thoughts have a positive intent, and realizing I continue to spin in them because I am scared to truly face them. Absolutely, Abby. Yes. That is a huge breakthrough. That is huge. That is awesome. That is awesome. It takes people such a long time. It takes moms forever. I have clients who come to me 3 years in therapy, and in one day, they're like, oh my God, I can't believe it. This is great, Abby. You guys should be so proud of yourself. Thank you so much for being on. I can't believe how long we went. I'm so glad this was so helpful for you guys, and I promise you over the next 2 days or 3 days, you guys are going to see a massive change in the way you feel, your motivation and commitment to yourself, and just investing in this time for you guys. Please give yourself a pat in the back and do something nice for yourself today. Go get a cup of coffee, get your favorite Starbucks, whatever, have some fun, have a dance party, go outside, do something exciting. You're missing the fun in life because we're so scared. I want you to start having fun. All about what I do is having more freaking fun, enjoying life to its fullest. And I promise you, you're going to start seeing rapid changes in the way you feel and in your life in general. You're welcome. I'm so happy that you guys were here, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow at 2. Okay? Love you.